This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Strong opening. I like it. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, October 13th. I'm Tori here with Albert. And before we get started, I know it looks like I'm wearing a Christmas dress. I like it. Our wardrobe stylist, Curie, likes it. So if you're going to mock me, go ahead. I'm fine with it.
Okay. Oh, the booth beat me to it.
Wow, that's really embarrassing. All right.
That outfit should come with sugar cookies.
Okay, Stephanie joins us from home. Stephanie, how you feeling today?
I'm good. I don't understand why it's a Christmas dress, though. I'm very confused.
Well, it's green velvet. She rode in on a reindeer. Yeah. It's very relaxing, but it looks like a present.
But it's short, if you guys don't know, so it's got that like 60s vibe.
I like it.
But from here up, it is very like, so this is Christmas. Okay. All right, let's get started. Sorry about that. Hold on to your roses. The new season of The Bachelorette finally premieres tonight after months of production delays due to the pandemic. Claire Crawley finally met her man. The 39-year-old is rumored to have found love just 2 weeks into production, and we have a first look at some of that drama. Take a look.
Oh, sick.
Holy like, what is going on?
I expected way more from the oldest Bachelorette.
I don't care what I've done to sit there and say you're the oldest Bachelorette. Guess what? I'm the oldest Bachelorette, this 39 that's standing here that's single, because I didn't settle for men like that.
I don't know what that means. Like, okay, do we get a new Bachelorette in here?
Whoa. All right. As we've mentioned, Claire reportedly leaves the show mid-show and is replaced by former Bachelor contestant Tayshia Adams. Al, you are a deep fan, I know, of The Bachelor. You weren't even looking in the right camera. Quick note on you, and then I want on this from you, and then I want to get Stephanie's take because she's actually interested.
I feel like both sides should be equally represented.
Thank you for that. Stephanie, go ahead and tell us your take.
I don't know. Wouldn't it be weird if I watched this, Steph? I'm a gigantic black man.
Fiancé,
yes, I do.
And Love After Lockdown.
I do as well.
Steph, what do you think? I've never seen, I'm not a huge Bachelor or Bachelorette, but this does look like good drama.
Well, I'm not going to lie. They needed to do something because, let me tell you, The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, in my eyes, are just plain boring.
Yeah.
I'm sick of seeing the same storyline and you get a rose. We needed something to liven it up. We've got all these amazing TV shows now, like Love is Blind, where people don't even know what the other one looks like when they get married. So this whole old, antiquated concept of you get a rose, oh, please, I'll go in the garden and cut my own rose. So, you know what? I'm glad there's a little bit of drama going on. I'm glad there's a little bit of something because maybe this means I might just watch it for once.
Wow, that was a great rant.
But does she have a responsibility to the show and to the contestants that really worked hard and went through a crazy vetting process to get down to give them all equal opportunity to win her love?
Don't you think her leaving makes the show 10 times more interesting to watch?
I'm kind of into it now.
That's the coolest part.
10
She
times more
produced it.
interesting.
I think it's way more interesting that she left. That's interesting to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened. I want to what got to that moment. I want to know what happened to that moment, and I love the fact that there's been like someone ready waiting in the scenes to just pick up her sloppy seconds.
Ooh. Wow. Steph went there. I love it. All right, this story is very near and dear to our heart because I know Al is watching The Vow on Netflix, so am I.
Yes.
Former Dynasty star Catherine Oxenberg and her daughter are speaking out about the NXIVM sex cult. During an interview on GMA, Catherine says she actually introduced her daughter India into the cult, which was branded as a self-help organization. India claims during her 7 years she was forced to have sex with founder Keith Raniere against her will and was even branded with his initials. Here's what she had to say about that.
It was a trap, and it was a ploy for Keith to enslave women for his own sexual desires. The relationship took a different turn and became sexual when I was commanded to do a seduction assignment. That was the beginning of continual sexual abuse, and I didn't see it as that at the time. I would describe that sexual relationship as rape. I had given collateral, which automatically removes my choice.
Wow. So, Al, what do you take on this? I'm in the middle of this, and she's deep within, and Catherine, her mother, is actually trying to call Prince Charles, who her mother is related to get some help, and it isn't working. What do you think about this?
Well, really quickly, just so to catch the viewers up, because I'm assuming everybody hasn't seen this, when she said I was forced to give collateral, that means that you go on tape and say something, whether it's true or not true, that they can release should you decide to leave. So that's the way they keep you. So it would be like if I wanted to join, they would have me on camera saying, I know that Tori Shulman committed 10 armed robberies and I can prove it. Like they would have something like that, but it would be on your husband or your mom or your dad or your kids. It's really bad. And Steph, I don't know if you've seen this, but it is a cult, and this cult was different in that they went after children of wealthy parents.
Yeah.
And they preyed on the fact that, like, hey, you've never had to work for anything in your life. You never feel like you've achieved anything in your life. We're going to let you achieve something that your money can't. And they locked in a lot of people and made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, and
as well as the
Seagram's founder, the heir
yes.
to the Seagram's alcoholic line, basically, the two sisters have funded this the whole time, and now it's ended up in a crazy amount of sex trafficking and people being charged. Steph, have you been watching, and what have you thought about this whole thing?
You know, I haven't been watching it, but this is definitely more up my street. This is something that I actually would love to watch and get to know about, because this is actually something that really matters. Like we were just discussing in the last one, there's a bachelorette that happened to leave, and like, oh, boo-hoo, life is hard. No, seriously, this is what I call a reality slap. And like, we've gone from one story, which is kind of a bit silly because of like, you know, someone's walked out of giving a rose, to someone who literally has been abused, raped, taken against her will, to the point where her family have been scared for her life. Like, this is insane.
Yeah,
and it's so scary that this is happening. And these are people that are like you said, these are people that come from very fortunate, very privileged, wealthy backgrounds, and I'm sure have had wonderful education and many fantastic life experiences. And it just goes to show you can be abused, you can be tricked, you can be manipulated into the most scary situations. And I just think this is absolutely horrendous.
Yeah,
and there are several Smallville stars involved. Like, this is awful.
Yeah, and I do want to say very quickly, too, just to follow up, the most interesting part about this is they never joined a cult. It wasn't like they're like, yeah, let's sign up for this weird sex cult. They joined because they were trying to, as Steph said, do good, and it was a self-help type of thing. And you kind of slowly get groomed, brainwashed. They lost sleep. They didn't give them a lot of sleep.
He would starve them.
He would starve them. They had to count their calories. So eventually you progress into that, and it's a very natural thing. So we don't want to be shaming anyone. We do have a number up for anyone who may have experienced any kind of sexual violence and is in need of any support. Please take a picture or a screenshot if you need that. Send it to a friend. It can save a life. Please watch The Vow. It's actually on HBO, not Netflix. I wanted to make that correction for you. Well, Demi Lovato, we talk about her a lot, don't we?
Yes.
Is apparently in talks with lawyers over her ex, Max Eric. This has turned into a saga. According to E! News, Max is not leaving her alone. He's allegedly been attempting to contact the singer's family and friends who have all blocked him. So now she's contacted lawyers to figure out what to do. Meantime, Max is also reportedly releasing his own breakup song, oh God, about their 2-month engagement and split. Oh no. The song will tell his side of the story and how he wanted to be with her forever. Demi leaked her breakup anthem, Still Have Me, on social media a few weeks ago. I feel like maybe don't go after Demi Lovato and her team of lawyers. Steph, what do you think?
Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't want to say the writing was on the wall back early in COVID when, you know, we were all in lockdown and they got engaged in like this whirlwind romance. And I did say at that time, this is so quick, it's very sudden. I was really worried about Demi because of obviously her addiction problems, the fact that she was in and out of rehab and she'd been very ill and she needed a lot of help. So I was concerned for her for this. And I never saw this plot twist kind of coming. I didn't know that he was obsessed with Selena Gomez, that he's like kind of like a fame hunter, really. Yeah. And now the audacity of him to release a single about their private relationship, it shows me this is a man with severe mental problems. Yeah. I think he's a mass manipulator. I think he's now trying to spin a side of a story that doesn't exist. I think he's clearly a narcissist because he's trying to make it all about him and woe is him. I think he just needs to leave it alone. No wonder she's going to end up taking out some kind of restraining order or something. It's clearly where this is going.
It's going to come down
awful.
to, I
Yeah,
think you're
and
right, restraining order out.
As we talk about this, you know, we're not talking about her recovery, how she's dealing with sobriety.
Good
She
point.
had very serious addiction
Good point.
issues, and this is why they say do not get involved with somebody within a year of you becoming sober. It's not because they're trying to be mean. It's not because these rules are against romance. It's because this has happened before, and this is what happens when you don't listen to people that have maybe some more foresight that you don't. So I'm not blaming her, and I'm really worried about this guy because, yes, you can call him a fame hunter, but what you guys are both forgetting is he's tasted it now, Steph.
Yeah.
He's tasted fame. He's walked the red carpet. He's got
Now
paparazzi.
he
You
wants
think
to
he's about to
sing.
give that up?
Yeah.
You think he's about to just
It's
go
like a
back to his
drug.
regular life?
Another addiction. You're absolutely
He's going to be around
right.
for a long time.
Oh boy. Well, we wish her well. Stephanie, stick around. Coming up on DBL, Kelly Clarkson is opening up about her divorce. I've been fascinated. No one knows why. And making sure her kids are taken care of, why she's putting them in therapy. And more celebrity couple news. Megan Fox takes a big step forward in her relationship with Machine Gun Kelly. Plus, he's the feel-good story of the fall. The skateboarding guy in this viral video now has a Halloween costume.
Of
We'll
course
show
he
you.
does.
And he's trying, I think it's good.
Yes.
And as we go to break, we want to thank our coworkers still working from home during the pandemic. Sorry for that shot of my thigh. We'll be right back. Clarkson is opening up about the toll her divorce is having on her kids. This summer, if you don't remember, Kelly announced very out of the blue that she and her husband of 7 years were separating. They have 2 young kids together. Recently, Kelly spoke to Extra TV about how she's providing her kids with support during the split. Have a look.
We have a lot of help, you know, as far as like therapist or child psychologist, because we want to do it right. I definitely want to do it right. You know, everyone's sad and it's okay to be sad.
So what do you guys think about her having kids in therapy and being open? I got to be honest, I love Kelly Clarkson. I just think she is very relatable, very everyday female. I just think a lot of people really relate to her. What do you think about her, Steph?
Oh, I think this is absolutely wonderful. I think she's very lucky and privileged to be in a position where she has finances available that she can support her children in that manner. You know, the majority of America, couples that are having a divorce can't afford to put their kids through therapy because they're getting a divorce. But I think, obviously, she's very blessed and lucky, and she's just trying to do the best she can. I think it's lovely that she's being honest, because it means, you know, she's saying, hey, I might be a big celebrity, but, you know, my family are going through stuff too. And you've got to think, her children are very young. She's she's got Remington and River. So River's 6 and Remington, I think, is 4. And so they're quite young.
Yeah.
And I think she's just trying to make sure that they're comfortable in this big transitional period in their life. You've got to think they're so little, and them understanding everything is going to be quite tough. But I mean, Al's got children, and like, he knows how to deal with this probably better than I do. So what do you think, Al?
And also, just Al, we don't know why she divorced him. It was really quick. We don't know if there was cheating. It was just very sort of sudden. How do you feel about this, really, for you?
You know, I don't even know if the method of cheating the method of why they broke up matters. And I don't even know if those kids are really old enough to really absorb any kind of psychological help at this point. But what going to therapy could do for both of them is it could give them the tools to talk to their children.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned being in relationship therapy and just regular. It's not really so much them like you laying on a couch and you talking about something that happened to you when you were 7. It's more about the tools that you use and how to get around those.
That's a great point. Speaking of kids and divorce, Megan Fox has reportedly introduced her kids to her new man. According to People magazine, Megan and musician Machine Gun Kelly are getting serious, so much so that he's met her 3 boys. The two confirmed their relationship over the summer. Megan's ex, Brian Austin Green, says the two split at the end of last year after nearly 10 years of marriage. When do you introduce kids to your new person, Al?
It should be a long time, because you have to understand that you have to vet this person, and you and your ex should be at a point, and Steph, I want to get your opinion too. You and your ex should be at a point that you say that this person is kind of here to stay, because what you don't want on top of a separation is now just random people coming in for 3-4 months, a year, and then they're gone, and now there's a new person. So that's what they're trying to avoid. Steph, what do you think? How long is it? I mean, this is pretty quick.
Oh gosh. It is quite quick. I tell you what, the relationship is it's lasted longer than Demi Lovato's and her ex-fiance, so I'll give him that. And I've met Machine Gun Kelly, and he's a very smart, incredibly intelligent, very sweet young man with his own daughter that he's been raising. So, you know, they're both parents, so I just wish them nothing but all the happiness in the world, and I hope that this isn't like a fling. I hope that they can make this work, and, you know, good luck to them both.
I do want to say the rumor is that they've been in love for like a long, I mean, speculation is they've actually been in love for longer than that. So hopefully they are together forever. We wish them the best.
And I say wait an extra month if the person's name is Machine Gun.
It's a good point. It's a fair point. Stephanie, don't go away. Machine Gun Stephanie coming up on DBL. Those OG dance moms, Melissa and Holly, what do they really think of Abby Lee Miller? Well, that's next on DBL.
Lady.
Welcome back to DBL. 4 of the original dance moms from the popular reality show have reunited to launch a new podcast, and they're spilling the tea Earlier, Stephanie caught up with Melissa Gassoni and Holly Frazier to find out more. Take a look.
Hello, Melissa and Holly. Welcome to DBL. Melissa, I need to know, what was it like getting back together with the other OG dance moms to launch your new podcast because Mom said so?
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. I mean, it was so exciting. We talk on the phone, but when we actually got together, it was like we never left each other.
In the first episode, you guys talk about students returning to school, and as COVID cases are rising, I need to know, Holly, you work in education, so I want to know, how are you managing this new reality as a mom?
For me, it's really making sure that they're following the proper guidelines, reminding them that they're not invincible, that they are part of a community, and that they have to do their part with social distancing and wearing a mask. This is about public safety. This is not political. And as an educator, making sure that they're following their school guidelines. It's a really interesting way of learning right now.
I love it. I mean, it's got to be hard work for everyone. I completely get that, but you guys you're killing it. And wait, Melissa, I've got a good one for you. Right, Maddie just turned 18 and got a tattoo, and you were actually really excited for her. So explain why she got the tattoo and why you think it was a responsible move.
When we had like a little tattoo party, and she just watched and she said, I'm not getting a tattoo until I'm 18 because I'm an adult then, and then I can decide whether or not I want one. So I was excited for, she's just so mature, but I was excited for the tattoo that she did get because it's my mom's name. And it's also Mackenzie's middle name and my niece's middle name.
That's beautiful. Yeah. I completely understand why you're like, yes, absolutely, you can do that. That's so sentimental and sweet. It's lovely.
Oh yeah, I was so thrilled, and Mackenzie was so excited as well.
Holly, I need to ask you, what was it like for Nia being one of the only Black girls on her dance teams?
She faced everything from simple challenges like trying to find the right color tights that match her skin tone, the right tight flesh-colored shoes to match her skin tone, which was always a point of frustration for us because instead of just looking at her as a dancer, she would get typecast. And that was frustrating for Nia because she felt as though that people couldn't see beyond just her ethnicity.
And obviously Dance Moms is what brought you all together. But Melissa, I need to know, how do you feel about Abby Lee Miller wanting credit for the success of your girls?
All of our girls are so successful, kind, and humble, and they learned it from us as moms. And I think that's really important to know, that the girls are really successful from the show and they know where they came from.
I agree with Melissa. It's a historical record. The kids were part of Dance Moms, the Abby Lee Dance Company. Nothing will take that away.
We always say it takes a village, right, huh?
Absolutely.
I love it. Well, Melissa and Holly, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for joining us on Daily Blast Live. And DBL Nation, you guys can check out their brand new podcast, Because Mom Said So, on Apple or on Spotify. And we will be right back after this.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. Sorry. If you still need a Halloween costume, here's one.
Me?
Nope. You can be that guy who went viral skateboarding to Fleetwood Mac's Dreams, drinking ocean spray. I
wear that costume every Sunday.
Okay, well, he set up a site, he himself, so this money goes to him, where you can buy the complete look, even getting a temporary tattoo, for $87.99. According to TMZ, the costume comes with a coupon for ocean spray juice, but the skateboard is sold separately. Al, response?
Yeah, I mean, good on him. I think if you're dropping $90 for an outfit, you can afford the ocean spray. But hey, I'll take a little discount.
That's a good point. All right, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. DBL, we're new every day.